The following is an interview with Jimmy Jones, a telecom cybersecurity expert and head of security at ZARIOT. Jimmy's experience in telecommunication spans over 20 years, in which he has built a thorough understanding of the industry. He has worked in diverse roles, all built on early engineering positions within major operators. These include WorldCom, now Verizon, and solution providers including Nortel, Genband, and Positive Technologies. With a strong focus in security since 2005, Jimmy transitioned to work for a leading specialist cybersecurity provider in 2017. He now brings his experience to digital transformation through the delivery of agile and secure IoT connectivity solutions with ZARIOT. Please enjoy the following segment with Jimmy Jones.
ZARIOT, obviously an IoT company, a little bit different. For me, it was a move away from direct telecoms into IoT. And I was looking to do something around similar to GSMA Safe, but I was looking to move away from some of the tie-ins that has. And I mentioned to you that I was looking for an encryption company, and then we ended up meeting we did the introduction to the app company, which is
basically, like as I recall, we talked about it, and you wanted to talk to your bosses right away, and I go, no, Jimmy, don't do that. You've only got one silver bullet. You've only been here 3 weeks, so let's talk to the founders first.
Yeah, well, I used that silver bullet. Obviously, I ignored your advice completely and said, "Oh, this looks good."
Yeah.
But I didn't really appreciate what I was actually walking into. So I'm beggar's belief, but I used to be an engineer. I used to have a real job. So I walked into the meeting with the founders, Colin and Kevin, and I'd already made my mind up that all I wanted to ask them was, is it application level, this encryption, or what is it? As soon as they answered that, I was thinking, okay, I was already doing my numbers. And then Colin started to talk to me, and I heard the parts I wanted. And from then on, I confess I sort of switched off for a little bit. And then I was listening, being polite. I'd already thought, yeah, this is fine. And then he said something, and I thought, either I don't know how encryption works, or they're doing something different. And you think, I thought, this is completely new. So I had to stop and start again and actually listen to what they were saying. And it's completely different. It took me a while to actually fall in how different the technology was and what they'd done, and how innovative it actually was. And people say it's better to be lucky than good. And in this occasion, I was lucky. I fell into something that was absolutely perfect.
But okay, so how long did it really take? So a couple talks to the founders, and then you talked with your founders over at ZARIOT.
Yeah.
And then you brought them in.
Yeah.
Do a little validation.
Yeah. So we have my boss is fantastic. He trusts my opinion, which is great. I did bring in a guy who works on our eSIMs. I wanted him to listen to what Colin and Kevin were saying, because I wanted to understand that if we could integrate that seamlessly into what we were doing, and luckily we were. But when I was trying to explain it to Jerry, he asked me to enter an encryption. I said, no, they're doing sort of going, they're using this proxy thing, and they're doing this, and I started running through all the different things, all the different elements. And trying to explain it to Jerry was really difficult. It was actually only when I got him on the call with me and I heard it for a second time that I really started to appreciate what the technology did and how much it could help us. And getting off the call, it's great when you've got an engineer who immediately, when the call goes down, he rings you back and goes, "That's fantastic. Do you know we could do this?" And I'm, "Yeah, Jerry, I told you before the call." "And did you realise they did this?" "Yeah, Jerry, I told you that before the call as well." But when you hear that and you get that validation from someone you trust, then you understand that actually this is something that can move forward. And to be honest, it's been one of the biggest drivers since I've been at ZARIOT for about a year now. It's been one of the biggest drivers for our business, and it opens doors.
It's actually right. It was literally just about a year ago. It was September, November.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was the middle of the year, so it was.
When it got started. But,
yeah. But it's been great. I mean, it's so easy to work with. The guys are fantastic. It's open source, and that open source is really open. because when you're talking to the app company, when you're talking to their, when you bring people in, their developers are supportive, or so supportive that my end customers love them straight away. It's fantastic. It's a win-win for me. I've got a great technology and I've got a great partner and I've got a great go-to-market.
And now, isn't it really amazing to see and watch your customers, when you're talking to them, go through the same experience?
It is.
It's sort of amazing.
It is funny. It's like Paul on the way to. Actually, I don't know that. That's a biblical thing, and I don't know the comment. But it's like you just see people. When the penny drops, the penny really drops, and it really reverberates. And I think that's where I've not worked with many companies that are able to really give me that much leverage with my customers. Exactly what you want it to do. It doesn't fluff around. It does what it says on the tin, and that's what people want. And I think that's the whole of IoT. But when you start to talk to them and you start to sell them that actually it's not just IoT, it's not just me. You can put it on your Wi-Fi device, you can put it on your IT department, you can put it as access. When you start to tell people that it is hybrid across all of those different things, then that's hugely influential for them, and it makes my job so much easier because I'm taking that digital journey and I'm starting it for them now. And IoT can only be successful if it's trusted. It can only be trusted if it's secure. If I do that and then also bring in the rest of their environment to make it an end-to-end solution, then it's a story that can't help but listen to.
Well, I want to thank you, Jimmy.
Always a pleasure, Don. Always.